I'd like to start off the video by just acknowledging the frustrating situation that you might be in as a future MK2 owner. I know that many of you who have ordered your MK2s have not received them yet, and I could understand that that's a pretty frustrating situation, especially seeing as there's all these new updates coming out. As I'm sure we're all aware of, the world supplies are bottlenecked at this point, especially companies that need like niche specific parts to build their products. Hello, Synth World. So they're really bottlenecked. I recently ordered an iPhone and even that took about 3 months to receive, and that's an Apple product. So you can imagine what smaller, more niche companies are dealing with right now. I'm sure they're doing the best that they can, so if you're still waiting, hang tight. I hope that you receive your MK2 soon. Now, let's get on with the video. Let's check out this update. So first off, let's talk about the title of this video, in particular, the gateway into DJing part of the title. This is a question that I'm asking anyone who's a DJ or at least has a bit of experience DJing. Personally, I'm a wannabe DJ at best.
You're a phony!
So anyone who has DJ experience could weigh in on this question after watching the video. Also, a little side note, I'm actually planning on picking up a Pioneer DJM 750 mixer. This is from my own actual DJ effects exploration, so if you guys have any thoughts on that, let me know in the comments. All that being said, I do know how to operate DJ mode with the SP-404 MK2, and so this is my gateway into actually doing it, DJing. It's the real deal. Sort of. I think one of the most important questions is DJ mode reliable? Yes and no. After some exploration, it's still a little bit buggy even after the update. In particular, these two track faders are a little bit buggy. They get stuck sometimes, and same with the Q mix fader. So as I'm sure your algorithm is letting you know, there is a overall SP-404 MK2 update. It's not just the DJ mode. Download link for that is in the description. There should be a PDF of all of the other updates and bugs that they fixed. But in any case, here it is right on the screen. And this video is sponsored by DistroKid. If you're looking to sign up for a distribution company, go with them. They have so many free promotional tools to choose from, and we'll be talking about 3 of them later in this video. We're gonna start with the basics of DJ mode, which are not super well documented here on the YouTube community. I mean, there is some content, but there's a few clutch little specific things that are missing, and I'll be as detailed as I possibly can. After the basics, we'll be touching on the DJ mode updates. So if you're already familiar with DJ mode and you wanna just skip ahead, you can go ahead and do that. Timestamp. So how do you actually get into DJ mode? DJ, hit these 2 buttons. You'll notice that all of these pads change colors. So all of the instructions on the left of the numbers, these all pertain to DJ mode. You can see the little brackets here. So this is for channel 1, all of these instructions, and then the exact same thing for channel 2. This here is a mix knob between Q, so that's what's coming out of your headphones, and then mix, or I guess monitor, so that's what's coming out of the monitor or the speakers at a club, whatever. I'll try and make things as clear as possible between my monitor, which is the OB4 speaker right here, and my headphones, which you guys are also actually hearing. So I'll edit it in a way that's as clear as possible. I get so many questions about the OB4, so if you guys have any comments, and also there's a video about it right here. So how do you actually upload a track? You hit the enter button, choose channel 1 select, and then from there you could choose any track on any of your banks. I have them uploaded here on bank A. So I've already chosen my latest single, that's So Meta, we're gonna go with that. And same thing with track 2 select, and I've chosen Hierogram, which is actually unreleased, so you guys are getting a sneak peek of that one. I uploaded these tracks through the SP-404 MK2 desktop app, which has tempo auto detect. And as you can see here on the top row, it detected 120 BPM for both of these tracks. This tempo also correlates with a percentage right here, so let's say I want to lower the tempo. You could see the percentage of that tempo as well, which I'm not sure how useful that would be, but it's cool. Although I guess it would be useful if you forget what the tempo of your track is, you just know that 100% is the original tempo. And below that is how long the track or loop that you're using is. So this track is 3 minutes 45 seconds. This one is 4 minutes 40 seconds. There's play and pause here, so I could just hit play to start that track. You could also nudge to the beginning of the track with this one here. Skip back to the beginning. And the exact same thing goes for track 2. I'd like to show you the quality that it maintains even when you go up and down in tempo. It's pretty good. Damn, that's good. That's amazing. Let's go up. Obviously a very useful tool for a DJ if you want to match the next song that you're queuing up. There's also this fun tempo bend effect, which bends the tempo for a second, but it doesn't keep it there. Let me show you. Like I said, wannabe DJ.
This guy's a great big phony!
But I'm guessing that this is also a really quick tool to sort of nudge tempos and match the tempo of the next song. I mean, it makes logical sense. That's probably how it's used. DJs? Comments? You could actually use this as an effects as well, obviously. As like a stopper. Or Mickey Mouse mode. You've got all of these other wonderful effects, including multi-effects to fly through during a performance. Yes, you could do that in DJ mode. Take a look at actually transitioning from one track to the next. This part was definitely a little bit tricky for me. So let's say you have 2 tracks ready to go and you're ready to make a transition. So I'll hit play on track 1. Let it just play for a sec. Right now the audience is just hearing it through the monitor. I'll hit track 2, making sure that the volume is all the way down. And I'm ready, set to cue. So now the track is playing, but I don't want to hear it through the speaker, so I make sure that I hit cue and make sure that the volume is all the way down. At this point, I like the cue monitor mix to be quite close to cue. That way I get a good mix. I'm able to hear both tracks ready to be transitioned. So that's how you make a smooth transition. There's one other thing we haven't touched on, and that's edit mode. So channel 1 edit. From there you could see the wave. I'm going to hit enter again, and you could change the start and end point. You could also loop the sample as well. Honestly, this doesn't seem like a very smart or useful thing to be doing live. I think for a DJ set, it would make more sense to have your tracks prepared so you don't have to stress out and zero in on waves and loops and like what if you mess that up, right? To me, it makes more sense to just have everything prepared beforehand. So those are the basics of the SP-404 MK2 DJ mode. This is the first model that actually has a DJ mode on it. I love it. Now let's talk about MK2 DJ mode related updates. The first one's kind of fun. You could enter into what's called pad mode. So all you have to do is hit hold and you can see here pad mode pops up. So what does this mean? You could actually go from one bank to the next and play patterns over your track. For these tracks, these are like fully fleshed out, mixed and mastered tracks. So there's not too much room for other parts. The only thing that I think will work here is like an extra percussive part. So let's add that. Let's go back to DJ mode, hit play. Right, so you could add little fills, maybe percussion. If your track is more of an open loop and has more space, maybe you'd want to add like full-on melodic samples. This next DJ mode update is awesome, and it has to do with buses. You could route your effects to 4 different buses on the MK2, so bus 1 and 2 are very accessible right here. So these are more of the performance effects. If you hit shift and EFX settings, you also have bus 3 and 4. These are more master effects, something that you would add over the entire track. So for example, let's default to 303 vinyl sim right there, compression, dial in these settings here. So a lot more warmth. And now for the accessibility of bus 1 and 2. get pretty wild with it. I have a video going much deeper into this. It's all about SP-404 MK2 multi-effects. There it is. It's detailed. Knock yourself out. With this new update, you can see there's bus 1 under each of these tracks. So remain and hit Q. And now you could change the bus that you use for each individual track. For me, the first thing that came to mind here is transitions. So let's say you wanted to reverb out this first track. I would put it maybe on bus 1, add reverb to that first bus, for example. Go over to bus 2, take off, and now I can reroute this bus, remain, hit Q, bus 2. So now it's not being affected by bus 1, which is reverb. Let's cue that to give you an example of what I'm talking about. Now, let's talk about those 3 promotional tools that DistroKid has to offer. Use these if you're not already. In no particular order, hyperfollow. It's essentially a link in bio link. I use it across all of my social medias. It's so convenient, it's clean. You can create important links, embed your latest single, embed your latest YouTube video, add your social links, promo cards. So there's a big selection of cards to choose from that are cropped to that nice vertical format that's so popular these days. These make for great tools to post maybe on your Instagram stories, on TikTok, anything that has that prominent vertical format. Upstream, this is a free service to hook up artists with labels. Simply check the yes, let labels hit me up button, and they will instantly have access to all of your behind the scenes streaming info. And they'll contact you if they're interested. It's $20 a year to release unlimited music to all major streaming platforms. So go with them. This is a steal of a deal already, and to make it better, there's a 7% discount linked in my bio. That just about covers it. And I'm curious what you guys think. Do you think that the MK2 is a perfect segue into DJing? Or at least buying some actual DJ equipment and becoming an actual DJ? In particular, if you have a background in DJing, I would love to hear your opinion on this. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're interested in purchasing the MK2, I've left a purchase affiliate link in the description of this video. I know that people are sort of discouraged from buying right now because of the wait time, and I totally understand that, but if you're feeling up to it, support this channel while you're at it. I would make a small commission from the purchase at no extra charge to you. And that's it. My job is done here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and hope to see you soon.